All right, guys, it is June 21st. It's the third Tuesday of the month already. Hard to believe that we are already almost through June and into July. It's crazy how fast time is going right now. And I know most of you guys will be watching a replay later because of Cincy Family Reunion getting ready to happen, which is super exciting. Are you guys, any of you guys on now watching virtually? Yes, I know I can't see Melissa, Tammy, or Jordan. There she is.
I'm watching virtually too.
Awesome. Me too. I'll be right there with you guys. So it's going to be exciting to see sneak peeks, what else coming and what else they reveal. We get to find out about the incentive trip for the fall. It's just going to be a really good time. So even virtually, it'll still be fun. But tonight I wanted to really talk to you guys a little bit about customer service, VIP groups, and what that looks like for me and what that'll look like individually for you, because we're all different. I know, and if you know me, you know I love my VIP group on Facebook. However, there are lots of other consultants who are the polar opposite of me and despise it. One of my friends and frontline directors, Ashley, Megan can confirm this with me. She hates VIP groups, but she also has what works for her. So what I really want to push forward first is identify what that looks like and what that means for you, because it will not be the same. Even if you are doing a VIP group, it will look different than what I'm doing. But you can do VIP groups on Facebook, customer newsletters. That can look like what Heather shares in the monthly movement page. She does a customer newsletter that she shares consultant wide. So it literally takes the excuse out of not knowing how to do it, not knowing where to start. You can do a texting system, Project Broadcast, and I'm pretty sure Visly has a texting campaign that you can use as well. That is a great option. Or you can do a combination of all the above. I have started doing my, I do Flowdesk for my emails. I don't do a printed customer newsletter like Heather shares. I do an email system through Flowdesk. It is something that you can pay for, or there is a free option. So there's, again, plenty of other idea or other ways that you can do that too. There's MailChimp, Flowdesk. There's another one I'm forgetting. And then of course, there's also your workstation contacts list. You can send out emails through that as well. So choose something. If you don't have some form of VIP connection somehow, some way, that is where you really need to start, because that's where you're going to be able to build and grow relationships with. So whatever it is that you're choosing to start with, or whatever you currently have that you want to really dive into and focus on and make grow, make sure it's authentic to you. Because when it comes naturally to you, you're going to be able to keep it consistent, and your consistency is really going to be where you're able to grow those relationships with your customers. When you have a good relationship with your customers, they become loyal to you, they become trustworthy to you, and eventually that comes with hosts. That'll bring hosts, that'll bring referrals, that'll bring new teammates. So really find what's going to speak to you that you can keep consistent with. I like to use Facebook groups for my VIP group. And the reason that I do that is because 90% of my customer base is all on Facebook. I want to choose a platform that most of my customers are on, that are going to, it's going to be appealing to them to want to be there. So that's why I really focus on my VIP group. Again, if you don't want to do something on Facebook, if Facebook is not your niche, it's not something that you enjoy being on, it's not where you want to run your business, that's totally okay. Again, try a texting system. If you would prefer to send out mass texts, Project Broadcast and Visly, again, is a really great format to fall into and learn. My VIP group. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how I run it and why I run it the way that I do. This is kind of like a place where I blog almost. My VIP group is kind of like a daily diary. It's more lifestyle than anything. So I want my customers to feel more like a friend or more like a family than a customer or a number or a sale. It's really important to me that we have a really good relationship inside of that group. So speaking on that, when you're creating one or a group that you already have, when it comes to adding, okay, I'm on a call. Thank you. When it comes to adding people into your groups or into your texting system or into your email list, you want to make sure that you're not mass adding anybody. There is nothing more spammy and icky feeling than being mass added to anything. How many times have you gotten an email that you have not subscribed to that you have to go in and try to find the unsubscribe button? Way too many for me to count. It is just not, it's not a good feeling to just feel dumped in. That's when they become feeling like a number in a sale versus a friend and a customer. You do not want to just add anyone either. You want to make sure that the people that you're adding have at least purchased from you. You want to make sure that you can connect with them in some way, even if you've spoken with them through a party, if you've spoken with them through a referral, if you met them at a vendor event. But if you have some kind of one-on-one connection with them first, ask them and then add them if they want to be. Every one of my customers, anyone who has purchased from me, becomes a VIP. VIP is not just someone who spends X amount of money each month. It is every single person. I don't care if they spent $3 on a cent circle. They are now a VIP customer because they have supported my business. They have given me support. They're showing me loyalty. Even if it's their first purchase, they could have purchased with some other consultant and they chose me. I want to find out why, and I want to create an environment and a relationship where they don't ever want to shop with anybody else again. So they have to be a customer. I do not allow consultants in my group. I love you too. I do not allow consultants in my group. A lot of my customers become some of my teammates. And when that happens, there's like a grace period within my VIP group. I give them like 3 to 4 weeks to really put like a feel out. Because as a customer, they're not paying attention to how you're running your VIP group. They're paying attention to how they feel as a customer to you. When you become a consultant, it's like new goggles, new eyes that you're looking through. So I allow them to stay in 3 to 4 weeks and then I remove them. And the reason I do that is because I want my VIP group to be exclusive to my customers only. I really want them to feel like they are seeing special things that not everyone else gets to see. They're getting a part of me, a part of my business. They're getting to see parts of my family. Days that I feel like I'm on top of the world and other days where I feel like I am just struggling to get by and I'm on like my 4th cup of coffee that I've reheated like 5 times. That's what they get to see. And I want them to feel connected and special. As a consultant, I feel other consultants being in there, it's just not something that I've done. Lots of reasons. It's just not something I recommend doing. You do want to make sure, again, add your loyal customers. That's just really, that's going to create and grow relationships that you already have or that you want to mature in. Now, with my VIP group being my bread and butter, it really is the place where I get most of my sales. So I know there's a lot of heavyweight feeling right now where teams aren't hitting numbers, or PRV goals aren't being achieved, or parties are not being booked. And if they are getting booked, they're not hitting sales. So that's kind of the gist of what I'm getting across the board from multiple teams, groups, and not even just ours. So if you're feeling that way, you're not alone and it's okay. I have felt that way. I have gone through that, and my VIP group has pulled me through that. That is why I truly stand behind and believe that having a connection with your customers in a safe place and one place that they can come to and feel good about is so important. In my post, Charlie, stop. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I post here in a second when my dog is driving me nuts. Quit. Go. Go on. Go. Okay, so I post once a day. Aaliyah, come get your dog, please. I post in my VIP group once a day at a minimum. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second as far as why, but what do you post? I feel like a lot of questions come up with, what are you posting? When are you posting? How do you choose what to post? So I'm going to go through Monday through Sunday and tell you what I base most of my posts on. My Monday is my majority of the people outside of Scentsy or outside of anyone who works from home in general, they don't enjoy Mondays. They don't like a Monday. They wake up and they dread Monday and they dread the rest of the week and they only live for the weekend. And in our business and in my business, I don't feel that way. I thrive on a Monday because I wake up excited for a new week. So most of my Monday posts are designed around, Charlie, stop. Most of my Monday posts are based around that feeling, sharing why I'm thankful for my business, sharing what I'm doing that day. I do have Monday mailers that I do. So I, hashtag Monday mailers, I will do a sneak. Charlie, hold on, guys. What? Him and his daggone tennis ball. Go on. I will do hashtag Monday mailers through my VIP group, and everybody will be able to see kind of little sneak peeks as to what I am doing. And I'll talk about more about the mail here towards the end. Tuesdays, I do Tip Tuesday. Every single week, I am doing a Tip Tuesday. This could be tips, things like, and it doesn't have to be facts, okay? It could be Tip Tuesday, use your dryer discs in the bottom of your trash can. If you have babies in diapers, or if you know somebody with babies in diapers, that means they probably have a diaper pail or a diaper genie. Put dryer discs in the bottom of that. Talk about element warmers and how they don't require a light bulb, so they don't ever have to worry about remembering to order bulbs. There's nothing to replace. They can keep it on 24/7 in their bedroom and still have that amazing fragrance with no light bothering them through the night. Are you sharing about cotton cleanups, tips with how to clean with that? And did you know that if you save them and you want to use them through the summer for fire starters for your bonfires, they're really great for that. So recycle and reuse. I don't know. Another one would be talking about the number of cubes to use in the dish of the warmer. The bottom of the dish on the newer warmers have a number. Explain to them that they know if they're not sure how many cubes to use, there's their tip. Look at the dish. Wednesdays are going to be Wax Wednesdays or Warmer Wednesdays. And I really like to spotlight whatever limited time offerings we are currently having, because that opens the door to so many other reasons, or so many other things like Scentsy Club and Always Get My Bar. It creates FOMO. Like they don't want to miss out on it. I will also spotlight the warmer of the month. If I have it, 9 times out of 10, I have the warmer of the month. I have subscribed into that. So I will spotlight that again and let them know that it's 10% off. My Thursdays are Thrifty Thursdays. So this could be, and this again too, doesn't always have to be Scentsy related. I really want to reiterate that my VIP group is 80-20 and not 80% personal, 20% Scentsy. It's flipped. My VIP group is 80% business and 20% personal. But sometimes on Thrifty Thursday, like if I'm at the Target dollar section, the bullseye section, and I see something that's really cute and it's on sale for a good price, I'm going to put it in my group if it happens to be on a Thursday, things like that. But if you want to do something Scentsy related, what I've been doing this month especially is our 4 warmer special we have going, where you pick one of the 4 and you get the 5 bars. I mean, it doesn't get much thriftier than getting 5 free bars with your warmer. So I'm really spotlighting heavy on that this month. My Fridays are Friday faves, and this can go a couple different ways. I've started actually doing my customers' Friday faves, I'll go through orders through the past week or the past 2 weeks, and I will see who has ordered and what products have been ordered. And if there's been multiple of the same products, then that will be a spotlight for a Friday fave. Excuse me. You can also do the top sellers that are shared the Monday before. You can make them your Friday fave, and that's consultant wide. If you're in our group, and I'm sure Heather shares it on hers too, the top 5 are the top most sold products are always shared every Monday on the director call. Great thing to share there too. Or you can do your own personal favorites for that week. If you have your own favorites of a limited time offer that's been shared and you finally have it, share it that Friday. You can also do Fragrance Friday. If you want to spotlight one fragrance in all the products, you can make that drawn out throughout your day. And schedule your posts, you guys. Scheduling your post is incredibly important because you are not always going to want to be on all the time. You're not going to be in a good mood all the time. You're not going to feel creative all the time. You're not going to be able to come up with cute little things all the time. Your brain just doesn't work 24/7 like that. So I go into my notes and I save drafts of what I'm thinking about. If I think of something cute or I took a picture that I like, I will save that picture in my draft, come up with a cute saying or a cute post, whatever, and save it so that on days when I'm feeling like that, I can just go and pull from that and put it in my group and schedule it. And I don't have to think about anything else. I do that when I travel. I do that when I'm on family vacations. I do that for when I know I'm not going to have service. And all it takes is like 30, maybe 60 minutes of your time to actually sit down and schedule days out. It's just really great. And Facebook has a feature, you can schedule your posts in a group. You can't do it in an event, but you can schedule them in groups. Okay, so a little tidbit tip there for you. Saturday, I do Scentsy Club Saturdays every single Saturday. It's my favorite thing to post about. I love Scentsy Club. It is something that I want every single one of my customers to know about. It's something I want every one of my customers to enroll in, and you guys should too. And what I do with Scentsy Club, there's a couple different ways I go about sharing this. I always share my club. I will typically wait for my Scentsy Club order to come in, and I will share it on a Saturday. And sometimes it's on a Sunday. Sometimes my Saturdays and Sundays will flip, just depending on when it comes. But I will go live, and I only go live in my VIP group now. I do not go live on my personal page. I've just decided that is one thing that I want to keep exclusive in my VIP group. So that's where I do it. And they know that when you start being consistent with that, they know when they want to see something, they have to come into my VIP group. If they're not following me on Instagram and seeing my stories, they know the only other place to see it is in my Facebook VIP group. Jordan, that's awesome. Always Get My Bar is the cherry on top of Scentsy Club. It is incredible. And right now it's a really great time to share and talk about. So I will create a sense of FOMO with Scentsy Club. I will go through and I will ask my past clubbers whose clubs have processed through, and I will ask them if I can screenshot their club. These clubs will be clubs that are $30, $60 and up. And what I do this for is I don't show their names, don't show their addresses, I don't show any of their personal information. It is literally just their order. And what this does is it allows other people in my VIP group who either don't have club or aren't realizing what else they could do with their half offs. They get to see that, and they can either go create their own club or they can add to the one they currently have. But I will take those screenshots and I will show them. Look what Melissa got with her half off item. She was super smart this month, and instead of paying $64, she already had a $60 club subscription. So she got her $64 worth of product in her whiff box that normally costs $30 for only $15. And having people physically and see that in front of them makes it realize that it's not like a scam. I've had so many customers ask me, how can you get that much product for that little? It's true, like you really can, and they need to see that. I do screenshots of people who are getting bricks. I do screenshots of clubs of people that are doing just cleaning cleaning products, laundry products. I want all kinds of different products inside of these screenshots, inside of my VIP group for these posts on this day specifically, so that they can see what they're missing or what they need to add. On Sunday, I do Sunday Fun Day, and this can be anything you want it to be. Sundays are my day for my family. We relax, we hang out. Typically, we don't go out and do anything. We literally just chill. You got, for most of you that know me, like Lewis works outside of the home all the time and his schedule is crap. So when he is home on the weekends and he doesn't have a duty weekend, he doesn't want to go out and do much. So we just relax. So usually my Sunday Fun Day will consist of just something the girls are doing outside. I share a lot about my kids. When you talk about your VIP group, you'll hear a lot of different consultants talking about branding. And my branding isn't like one specific thing. It's not colors, it's not a pattern. My branding is me as a person, and that really is my family and any kind of like military affiliation. So that really is a lot of what I focus and share on in my group when it's not Scentsy related, because it makes it feel more like a lifestyle. And again, that allows them to open up and connect with me. It allows me to open up with who I am as a consultant, but also who I am as Sarah. Who am I as a person? Why do you want to get to know me? Why do you want to be my friend? Why are you here and why do you want to stay here? So it's really important to sprinkle in non-Scentsy stuff into your VIP group. Relationships matter. They are crucial in not only starting your business and growing your business, but keeping that continuously going. It's how they get to like, know, and trust you. I used to say it all the time. I still am a firm believer in that. You get them to like you, get them to know you, and they're going to trust you. And again, that leads to, like I said earlier, that's going to lead to a loyal customer who's going to stay with you from that point forward. That's going to lead to a host. When you're having these hard times and you need someone to host with you and you reach out in your VIP group, you're going to have at least one person, I promise. If you keep consistent with this and you're asking, if you're reaching out like that and asking for a hand, at least one person will. That's going to grow referrals. It's going to grow, ultimately it could grow new teammates, okay? You have to get them to like, know, and trust you. Now, the other things to think about outside of Scentsy stuff, products, tips, and things like that, is what value are you adding to your group? Are you adding, obviously, knowledge and facts? Yes, they are there because they love the product. And they're there with you because they love you as a consultant. But you are not just a Scentsy consultant, and they are not just a customer. So are you adding love? Are you adding happiness? Are you adding a place of peace? Are you adding comedic value? Are you making them feel good when they come to your space? When they come to that section of the internet, or is it a place where they feel good? I don't talk about anything political, not ever. I will not talk about anything religious, not ever. And I don't do that on my personal page either, but especially in my VIP group. That's not where that belongs. And it's not where it's not what I'm going to talk about, not what I'm going to do. But I will add value in a comedic way and let them know I am not a Pinterest mom. I fail at everything that I try to create and make look cute. It just doesn't happen, and that's fine. So when I am trying to do something creative with my kids, and because my kids are more creative than I am, my goodness, they are way more creative than I am. And I will share all of that. I will share my fails. I will share everything with them to give them a sense of I'm human too. I am someone else that you can relate to. And a lot of other things that I enjoy outside of Scentsy are, one of the things is photography. So find something that you're passionate about. Can you add value to something you're passionate about for them? So for me, I'll share with I will share how I take pictures from my phone and how they can make theirs look the way mine looks. Little tips and tricks like that that are going to add value to them so they can go take pictures of their kids or their dog or their husband or their wife or whoever. So for you, find your passion. Is that cooking? Is that, are you religious? Is that something that, do you love to speak and spread the gospel? If you do, then that could be something that you share in your group. That could bring tons of value and joy to somebody if that's truly who you are. Are you into DIY? Are you creative? I am not, so I will never share about that. But you might be. Are you into DIY or into interior design? Having an interior design passion with our products combined together is incredible, because most of our products are a pop-up decor. Yes, they make our house smell amazing, but they are beautiful too. So think about what you're passionate about to share on top of everything else to bring some form of value into your VIP group. And by doing all of these things, it makes a safe place for people to want to be. When you're posting, they're gonna want to come and see what it is you're sharing. Jordan makes a post and it puts a notification in Lindsay's Facebook. Lindsay knows that when Jordan posts something, it's bringing value, whether it's personally or in her business, it's bringing value to her. So she's going to want to go see what that is. You have to be consistent with what you're doing like that so that you can create that culture. And it's really amazing once you start seeing that happen. Okay, I made some notes so that I don't get sidetracked or forget anything. Do you guys have any questions right now? I feel like I need to take a breather before I get into like how I treat my VIPs as far as orders and mail goes. You have any questions at all or anything you want to share with what I've said so far? No? Okay, you guys are quiet. All right, so how to build engagement. Let's talk about that for a second, because I feel like a lot of the time too, probably like the second most asked question is, how are you getting engagement in your group? I feel like it's like I can hear the crickets, just it's quiet. There's nothing going on. So I mentioned it earlier, but I create FOMO. That's one of my really big ones in my group personally. Oh, I'm reading your mind, Jordan. She said this was her question. So content and engagement. Content is gonna, part of your engagement will come to, if you go back to what I did Monday through Sunday and you start consistently posting with that, you're gonna find interaction. You're gonna find your customers are gonna start using your hashtags. They have a warmer and wax combo that they love on Wednesday. They're gonna post and they're gonna hashtag Wax Wednesday. It's awesome. But you've got to do it. You've got to start and you've got to keep consistent with it. You are not going to see engagement right away, especially if you're having to change and transition from the way that you're currently doing it now. And that's totally fine. It's okay. You have to evolve a little bit. And with evolving with how you're doing something, they have to get used to that and just see it consistently happening. But creating FOMO. So what I mean by that is I will ask my customers to share their orders that they currently have, orders that they've ordered from me directly, orders that they've ordered online that's been delivered. If they've gotten mail in from me, I ask them to take a picture and share it. I want to see their warmers in their home. I want them to come into my group and feel like it is a safe place where they can literally just post whatever they want. I do have posts settings set to where I have to approve them. So they can't just go in there and post whatever and it's all willy-nilly and I'm hoping for the best. I do have control over that, but they do feel free to go in there and do so. And what this does is it creates other customers seeing it's not just me trying to get a sell. I have other customers purchasing these things, putting it in their home. They're warmers that maybe I won't purchase because they're not my style, but it might be her style. And she sees this and she wants it. So having your customers feel comfortable in sharing things like that. And anytime any one of my customers do that, I'm going to show you something. I have a notes section in my phone. It's called June Bragg Tags. I've got customers right here who have already done this. So anytime I have customers in a month, I do it month to month, share in my VIP group like that, tag me on anything social media related with anything product related, they get put on this note for a drawing at the end of the month. And then I notify them via private message if they want or not. And they love that. They have loved being able to do that. And what does that do for me? Creates a like, know, and trust. They're going to like what they're seeing. They're going to know and trust that when I tell them they're going to be able to do something, or whenever they do something like that and I put them in for this, they're going to be able to potentially earn something extra from me. Jesse, I'll get to those questions in just a second. Again, so create something like that, like a brag and tag. So anytime someone gets a customer order from you, or an online order from your website or mail from you, have them tag you in it. Share club orders, like I mentioned earlier. Sharing club orders, going live, having others share their clubs. Always Get My Bar is a huge perk to have people share within your VIP group and train them. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to physically one-on-one ask them. So when you go into your orders in your Cincy Club, your workstation and your Cincy Club orders tab, and you see whose orders have already processed, you track them, you see that they've arrived. When you're following up with them and making sure everything arrived okay, ask them to post in your group. Ask them if they would mind sharing their excitement with everyone else to see. And then you can send them a little special thank you. It could be a scent circle or a felt sample, anything at all. But have them sharing their excitement inside is going to create engagement. You can also create polls, do polls. And again, this does not have to be anything Cincy related. 80-20 in your VIP group. So make sure you're sprinkling things in there that are not Cincy related. So poll them. I don't know, let's give an example. You and your family want to go see a movie, but it's a toss up between Jurassic Park and Toy Story, the new Toy Story movie. Throw a poll in your VIP group. Hey, my family wants to go see 2 different movies, but we're only seeing one. We need you guys to vote and help us out. Which one should we see? Nothing Cincy related, but it's creating engagement in your group and it's beating the Facebook algorithm, which means every time you post.
Sorry, could you say that again?
No. When you continue to post, that's going to bump up in their feed, right? It's going to help with the Facebook algorithm. Having them comment and interact on polls is a major bonus. And that can be anything non-Cincy related. So usually when I do polls, it doesn't have anything to do with Cincy. And then there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I don't know. I didn't remember what it was. I obviously did not write that down. So now we're going to go into customer mail, which Jesse, that was your first question. So I will touch on that. But she's asking, how can we make it fun for our group without being out of compliance? For example, a live game night. Jesse, will you reiterate more of a game night? You mean like a bingo night? I personally have not done a game night. I don't do game nights. But I have had my VIP group for 8.5 years now. I started a VIP group when I started my Cincy business. So for 8.5 years, I've had this same VIP group. But also, let me preference this with this. I didn't start growing it correctly until this past year. Okay, so we can't do anything for like pay to play, but if you're doing like a trivia night that's not Cincy related, you could do, there are posts that you could do. I would do something like a wax and warmer, you know, those images that you have where you can do, you have a room, a designed room, and you have like 4 warmers to choose from, and it's which warmer would you pick? Have people do that, and you can say, tonight we're gonna have a which warmer would you choose night, and for everyone who participates, will be put in for a special extra goodie or a surprise or a bonus sample pack or something like that. As long as you're not saying who's winning publicly, and as long as you're not doing it like a pay to play, it's fine. If you're doing just something like that, it's totally in compliance. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Okay, so, all right, let me go back here to what to include in your thank you packages. So we're going to talk about mail for a second. No matter what price point of an order comes through my website, every single order gets a thank you, a piece of mail sent to them. So on Mondays, like I mentioned earlier, I do Monday mailers. Now, that means I just sit down every Monday. I do not do bulk orders once at the end of the month for the entire month. I do mine every Monday because I get too overwhelmed, and it's just what I've created. It's the habit I've created for myself. So Mondays are when I sit down and I do customer mail. They will get a send circle. Every single order I get will get a send circle. I use rewards from my own parties, so I do not spend out of pocket for them. They're either free or half off. And I always buy it in 6-packs, and I just stock up on send circles because they fit in a flat rate, not a flat rate. They fit in a regular envelope like this and take 1 stamp because it's less than an ounce. Super affordable, super easy. And then if you don't even want to put anything extra on there, I have a stamp. I'll show you guys. So I have a stamp, and it says, "Thank you for shopping small." It's got my phone number and my website on here. And then I leave space to write a handwritten note. So it's literally just this that's getting put in there. I'll put a sticker on here and then slap it in this envelope, and that's it. Now for my bigger orders, or my club mail, my club VIPers get completely different mail. I spoil my Scentsy Club VIP members because Scentsy Club is the bread and butter when it comes to our PRV and our business. You will not be able, you're not going to find a better way to get PRV. I promise you, you're just not. So I want them to continue to have their club process, and I want others to see what they're getting for having a club so that they create their own. So my Scentsy Club mail is very, very, very special. And it is a little bougie. They usually get a bar of the scent of the month. I get 9 already from the Scent Normer of the Month subscription. And then I use rewards to get the others that I need. And it works really, really well. It has built my Scentsy Club up. It's a whole nother topic we can talk about another night if you guys want to, but make it special. My other online orders, they will get things. I also feel like I need to say this. I only sample limited time offering wax samples. I only do limited time offering wax samples. So like right here, I have the Father's Day collection of all the men's fragrances. Those are going out in every order because I want them to fall in love with it. And then guess what? I want them to fall in love with it and they cannot live without it. And then they throw it into a club, or they make a club so that they can always get that. There is a method to that madness, and it's rolling out Scentsy Club to them. So they will always get wax samples of whatever LTO that we currently have. And you can do felt samples. You don't have to do a whole bunch of wax. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Now, if you are not able to financially afford or swing just purchasing stuff, again, remember you have your own VIP links or your own shopping links. Parties open every month, at least you should. Make sure you're utilizing that link and building your rewards for that purpose. If that is something that you haven't done yet or you're building up to, do scratch and sniff stickers. I'm just gonna show you what I have right here. I don't think I have another one open yet. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I had a like beef jerky stick thing. It is giving me some major heartburn. I feel so old when I eat anything and I get heartburn now. But this is something that you can do. Print. This is off of Canva, and I actually print directly from Canva and just pick it up at my local store. But on the back side here, I leave blank. There are little images here with the bar sample. I just put random stickers all over this. And again, it's so flat or so light and so thin, it goes right inside here. You can stick it in with a scent circle. If you don't want to do the scent circle, you can just mail this. It's totally fine. And all of the stickers on the back, you can put things with laundry samples, pet samples. There's stickers for pet samples, oil samples, bar samples, scent of the month. So many options and stickers that you can do. So if you can't right now purchase bars, or you can purchase bars, but you don't want to pay the shipping that sometimes it costs because shipping is expensive, that is the best route to go. The most important thing is that you're sending something. Even if you hop into your Facebook messages and you send a voice text thanking them for their support in your business, that will go a really long way versus just nothing at all. If you can't afford to do any of that, do not feel like you can't do anything at all. Just send them a quick email, shoot them a quick voice message. If you don't want to do a voice message, just send them a quick text, something. Just so you can show your appreciation for their support. All right, do you guys have any other questions? I wanted to leave the last few minutes open for you guys. If you want to unmute, if you want to share anything that you're doing in your VIP groups, please feel free to. Anything at all. We'll open it up for you guys. You guys have been really, really quiet tonight. No, nothing? Well, hopefully you guys were able to have something like a little aha moment, something that you can implement into your VIP groups. I would like to challenge you guys to just go in and just reevaluate your group. And even if it's not a group, reevaluate what you can do now. It doesn't matter if you haven't been doing it. It doesn't matter if you haven't been doing it well, you can change that now. So choose whatever method and platform you want to do that on, whether it's a group, email, newsletter, texting system, or all the above. Just choose something, because something is what's going to create the consistency, and that consistency is going to build relationships, and the relationships are going to have continued loyal customers. Oh, you are welcome, Jordan. All right, guys, thank you for hopping on tonight. I am going to end the recording.